The emergency session of the Galactic Council convened in the crystal chambers of Nexus Prime, its translucent walls reflecting the anxious faces of representatives from 47 species. Ambassador Keth of the Valerian Republic called the assembly to order, his forearms gesturing toward the central holographic display that showed humanity's homeworld, Earth, suspended in blue and green silence. "The motion before us today," Keth announced, his voice carrying the weight of inevitability, "is the formal expulsion of humanity from the Galactic Council and the immediate implementation of trade. Embargo Resolution 447B. The chamber erupted in a cacophony of clicks, whistles, and translated voices. Some delegates nodded their approval, while others shifted uncomfortably in their specialized seating. The Terran delegation, led by Ambassador Lisa Park, remained seated in stoic silence. "The CHARGs are clear," continued Keth, reading from a crystalline tablet. "Humanity has repeatedly engaged in unauthorized territorial expansion, refused to comply with the non-aggression protocols, and most recently established military installations in the Outer Rim without Council approval." Ambassador Park rose, slowly, her weathered hands gripping the podium. "Honored delegates, we understand your concerns. However, our expansion has always been defensive in nature. The recent attacks on our merchant vessels in the Outer Rim required immediate response." The reptilian delegate from the Saurian Collective hissed his disagreement. "Defense? Your species has established armed colonies on 17 worlds in the past decade. This is conquest, not defense. Furthermore," added the ethereal voice of the crystalline Concordat's representative, "humanity's rapid technological advancement poses a threat to galactic stability. Your weapons development has exceeded safe parameters by Council standards." Park's jaw tightened. "We have shared our technological advances freely with Council members. Our medical discoveries have saved millions of lives across dozens of species. Our agricultural innovations have ended famine on 12 worlds. And your military innovations have ended peace in 3 systems," Keth countered. "The Council has made its decision. Humanity is hereby expelled from the Galactic Council. All trade agreements are suspended. All diplomatic missions are recalled. Earth and all human colonies are declared persona non grata." The vote was swift and decisive. 39 in favor, 7 against, 1 abstention. The human delegation was escorted from the chamber under heavy guard. 3 months later, the first effects of the embargo began to manifest. Human merchant vessels found themselves turned away from every major spaceport. Essential supplies that Earth's colonies had depended on were no longer available. The Council believed they had cornered humanity into submission. They were wrong. Captain Tom Riley stood on the bridge of the merchant vessel Wanderer, watching the massive asteroid mining operation unfold before them. Where once human ships had relied on Council-approved mining consortiums, now they carved their own resources from the void. "Status report," Riley commanded. "Extraction proceeding ahead of schedule, Captain," replied Engineer Davis. "We're pulling enough rare Earth elements to supply the home fleet for 6 months." Riley nodded, studying the tactical display. Humanity had not been idle during their 3 decades in the Council. They had learned, adapted, and prepared. The galaxy's other species saw humans as young and reckless, but they had underestimated human ingenuity and determination. The communication array crackled to life. "Captain Riley, this is Admiral Martinez aboard the Defiant. We have Council ships approaching your position." Riley's eyes narrowed. "How many?" 12 vessels, mixed fleet. They're broadcasting surrender demands." "Tell them," Riley said calmly, "that we decline." The battle that followed would later be known as the Asteroid Field Engagement. The Council fleet, expecting easy prey, instead found themselves facing human ships It moved with unprecedented coordination. The humans had spent their years of council membership studying every species' military tactics, learning their weaknesses, and developing countermeasures. When the smoke cleared, 11 council ships limped away in defeat. News of the engagement spread quickly through the galaxy. The council had portrayed humanity as dependent children who would collapse without galactic support. Instead, humanity had revealed itself as a sleeping giant, awakened by betrayal. Admiral Martinez stood in the war room of Earth's newest orbital defense station, surrounded by holographic displays showing human fleets across the galaxy. The embargo had lasted 18 months, and in that time, humanity had transformed from a council member state into an independent power. Status report on the colonies? Martinez asked. All colonies are self-sufficient, Admiral, reported Curl. Hayes, food production is up 40% thanks to our new agricultural techniques. Industrial output has doubled. We've established 7 new settlements in the past year alone. Martinez smiled grimly. And our fleet strength? 300 vessels now operational, with another 100 in production. Our new shipyards are exceeding all projections. The irony was not lost on Martinez. The Council's attempt to cripple humanity had instead forced them to become stronger. Cut off from galactic trade, humans had innovated. Denied access to Council technology, they had developed their own superior alternatives. Isolated from galactic politics, they had unified as never before. The final message from the Council arrived on a cold Tuesday morning. Ambassador Keth's image appeared on the main screen, his 4 arms trembling slightly. To the human leadership, he began, the Council wishes to renegotiate our previous decisions. We believe there may have been ... misunderstandings. Martinez studied the aliens. Expression, fear. After 18 months of defeats, the Council now understood what they had unleashed. Humanity had not just survived their exile, they had thrived. Tell the Council, Martinez said to his communication officer, that we are no longer interested in their membership. We have found our own path among the stars. The galaxy had sought to end humanity's story. Instead, they had written its beginning. In trying to cage the human spirit, the Council had only taught it to fly free. The end they had planned became the beginning of something far greater than they had ever imagined. Stars belonged to those bold enough to claim them, and humanity had learned to be very bold indeed.